beginning, I was very worried about kind of building trust between like faculty and staff, just because it was a different atmosphere, being like in an institution instead of being like at a high school level. A lot of things change drastically as you kind of transition over to being like an actual young adult and college by yourself. I didn't think I'll have the opportunities here that I thought I would. Meeting with staff members who could provide that loyalty, the support, the honesty. With any relationship, positive and like healthy relationship, you should have like some kind of loyalty and some kind of trust built between that relationship for it to be healthy and not toxic. And that's two of the qualities that between us that was built upon. Of course, with me, I had to make myself vulnerable to make it work, to kind of build from there. And I think a lot of people have an issue with that in the beginning, kind of making themselves vulnerable to individuals. And from there, my loyalty to her has increased significantly. My loyalty to her has increased significantly. Our trust has increased significantly. And usually I always go to her for advice because she's made it very open to not only me but the students that I'm here.
She builds trust early, with students, just the way in which she interacts with them, the way she uses her words. Treating the students equally, like we're not kids, we're men and women, stuff like that. So, some teachers just want to go in right away and like, I'm a teacher. I'm Dr. So-and-so, Dr. So-and-so, that's how you refer to me. Which is nice about like this school, there's some teachers and professors that right away you realize that, like they don't think too highly of themselves or put themselves on a pedestal, which is nice, because that person is above that person based on whatever credentials they have. But when a person takes those credentials and don't wave it in front of your face, it's
Yeah.
it's like it automatically creates like a more relaxed setting, not like tense up. And then of course, like you don't have that fear. Like people tend to mix fear and respect all the time. Like that's just something that our culture does. They mix fear and respect, and that's not something that I don't think you should do. Because you can easily gain respect without having that person fear you, which is nice to maintain that balance as a professor, where the students respect you and they understand you. Like,
I hope that you feel safe when you ask for my advice or when you come in or when we talk to each other. I think that's critical in a student-faculty relationship, that they're not going to be turned away or they're not going to be belittled for questions. I think that's so important.
And I think just with regard to consistency, one of the things that Martha's consistent on is I know that anytime I do have a question, that she's somebody I can go to basically kind of go over like all of the different options that I have in a certain situation, even if it is like it's pretty much it always feels like something of a brainstorming session when I visit Martha, and I feel like that's really important because sometimes it's like the littlest thing that you don't think of, and then all of a sudden it turns into like the answer to your question or things.
If you truly believe in competent and effective and life-changing teaching and learning, openness, dual perspective is the key. I think that keeps those doors unlocked. It is very possible to develop healthy professional friendships with students that are going to benefit both folks in their relationship. And Mary has helped me understand that even more.
Like, I know myself, I usually stay to myself, and I have a real bad thing with trust because I'm coming here, being here for myself, I'm like, okay, I got to do everything on my own. And having someone just come from the outside that doesn't know me and take an interest in my life, intrigued me, and I wondered why. But him just being there and just asking me if there's anything that you need, or if you need to talk about something, or how's your day going. Those things, the little things really stick out to me, and that's what broke down walls and helped me gain trust and really want a relationship with the AD at the time. But on the friend level, you know.
I wanted him to feel welcome. I wanted him to know that, I know what it's like leaving home. It's not easy all the time, and you have difficulties. I just wanted you to feel comfortable that you had a place to go. Because I want to. What's the most important thing for me is be able to watch you in May walk across the stage. That's the bottom line, and for me, that's success. I take that as success for myself, too. I'm going to be interested in where you go and what you do. You're stuck. You're stuck with me.
I remember the beginning of our relationship as an advisor, and Sharon has this, she is a powerful woman, powerful energies. And they all swept into the room at the same time, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was so much going on, so many serious things that were going on. And I think in the very beginning, I tried to manage all of that, and I very quickly realized that...
That's not going to work.
No, I quickly realized that when I tried to do those kinds of things, or even, put on the professional face or be the advisor that you think you would, that was not going to be the key here. Sharon was looking for somebody who authentically cared.
Right, yeah.
And who was really interested in her as a person, and like you said, who would accept you.
All right, yeah.
Everything, good, bad, and ugly. And I need that too. I need for students that I work with to accept me too, because we all have that.
Right.
I saw you from the very beginning. Even when we were not,
Oh, I did. Wait a minute.
I saw you.
At one
the
point, I
heart
did
of it.
say, "Oh man, you figured me out."
Yes, I know, and remember how
Yeah.
freaked out that made you?
Yeah.
You
yeah.
walked out of my office that day because there was something about the fact, whatever that meant, you figured me out.
You touched my soul.
Yes, that was the key, that would be the key moment.
Not so many people. I guess I don't allow so many people.
No.
Outside my family, I try to let my guard down a little bit more. Because the more I let my guard down, I see a lot of people around here. We also got a lot in common.
Yeah,
to
and
get that
your
accomplished.
armor started coming down all the way around.
Yeah.
I mean, with people in general.